we're going to do these kinds of flowers. We're doing longer petals, right? We're going to start off like that, and then we're going to do a line. And then we're going to do this small petal. We're going to change it up tonight. We want to make it special. So we're going to do this again, and then we're going to do it longer. It just makes it look more special. These ones are just longer petals, right? We're going to do them a little different. I'm going to bring this down and small. And then we're going to come down again and we're going to do another big one. Actually, like this. I just came up with it right now. Doesn't have to be too, but now we have too few to do with Puppy Mommy. What do you guys think? I like it. I like it. Because we're going to do it coming off of the Lover Grape Ups 4. Right? So we started off with that. Let's go with like a blue. Let's do a blue. This time we're going to start off with this small flower. Yeah, we're going to start off with a small, and then we're going to do it. It's called doing a pattern. This is a pattern. It's like doing a pattern. So this is a pattern, and you can make your pattern be whatever. It doesn't have to look like this. It can be whatever. But this is going to be our pattern. What do you guys think? I'm already loving it. I'm already loving it. I'm already in love with it. It's beautiful. Yeah. If you ever feel like you need to relax, grab some colors. Grab some colors and start putting them on the paper. You don't even have to know what you're going to draw. You just have to grab some colors and start maybe just scribbling. I like scribbling. Scribbling is a lot of fun. It's very relaxing when you scribble. Who would have thought scribbling is fun, right? But it is. It's a lot of fun. And then we're going to do another one here. We're going to start off with some big petals. Make it go into fill them in. Right? Do some bigger. I like this design. We're doing repeated, so it's very easy. You can do it too. What do you think? It's looking so pretty. I like it a lot. ASMR drawing flowers. Super thanks. super thanks. If you guys appreciate it, please do a super thanks. We would love if you would do a super thanks and show us that you love artwork. Support a hungry artist. Yeah, support a hungry artist. I would really appreciate it if you would get a super thanks. Yesterday, Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement, they got a super thanks. That was so nice. Thank you, Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement. You're very, very kind. And we really appreciate it. Helps our channel out a lot. And in these tough times, it's been really nice to see that our friends still support us. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate you so much. Super thanks. Super thanks to get the biggest shout out ever. Super thanks. ASMR. You know, after we finished drawing last night, it was so nice. We were so relaxed after that, and we were feeling so good because we learned something while we were doing our artwork last night and living in our moment. We realized that we appreciate. I mean, guys, we worked really hard on our channel. We worked really hard at growing our channel, and I've followed all of YouTube's guidelines. I've never once went outside of YouTube guidelines. I've always followed all the rules. I even tell my friends about the rules. But someone used that against me. Someone used that against me, and they tried to hurt me. And it did, it hurt me. It hurt my feelings for a little bit. Yeah, it hurt my feelings for a little bit, but guess what? They did me a huge favor. YouTube is about content creating. It reminded me. Yeah, so while they're living in their tiny little world, I'm advancing. They allowed me to advance while they stayed behind. And I'm okay with that. I never like to stay in one place too long. I get to challenge my creative side. Yep, that's why this all started. This channel is based on my baby Havana that I lost. She wanted something for me, and she's going to guide me in that direction. And sometimes it's going to come as might seem like it's something bad, you know what I mean? But it took for it to take something bad for me to take a break and to concentrate back on my creative side, which is what YouTube wants anyways. It wants content, wants content creators, wants you to challenge yourself. Yeah, it doesn't want you to I mean, if your content is smacking in front of the camera for others to see, food in your mouth while you're eating, hey, that's what you like to do. That's your content. That's amazing. Great. Good for you. We love it. I don't like to watch people eating. Like, I don't like to see people eating while they're smacking. Like, I find that very rude and disgusting. And I don't like it. And the fact that some people find that that is content baffles my mind. It baffles my mind. So, YouTube needs us. YouTube needs us. YouTube is desperate for some serious content. I'm not saying I'm the most amazing content creator. I'm saying I have a very important message that I want to get out into the world. Yeah, I have a really important message. And that is kindness, compassionate, showing compassion, teaching forgiveness, learning forgiveness, never mind teaching forgiveness, learning forgiveness. For me, last night, I learned forgiveness. Yeah, listen, not about forgiving others, not about forgiving others. I learned forgiveness in yourself. Forgiveness in yourself. Because once you forgive yourself, you don't need to forgive anybody else. It's not about anybody else. It's not. We're learning that it's all a perception. It's your perception. It's all a thought. It's your thought. Yeah, we're starting to sound like just a yogi doing burpees in this basement, right? I know. We're learning a lot. We're learning a lot about ourselves. Yeah. And so we learned that, hey, we needed a break. I just didn't want someone else to do it for me. I wanted to be able to take a break because I needed a break. I didn't want someone to decide that for me. I wanted me to decide it for myself. But the way it played out, someone had to decide it for me. And the only way they were going to do that was to do something bad. To them, it was something bad. But it was to me. Thank you. I kept saying thank you, but I didn't really mean it. Right? I was like very upset. But it was more because I wanted people to like me, and some people didn't like me. For no reason, they just didn't. They made an opinion on me, and they decided that opinion. That's not me, though. That's their perception of me. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. So I'm okay. Because I like me. And that's all that matters. It's enough when you like you. No one else needs to like you when you like you. Right? When you like you, no one else needs to like you. And you will be okay with not everyone liking you. I think I did a great job. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think I did a fabulous job. I like it. Let's color in the lover toy pups. Should we just stick it to one color? Because let's do the pink, because we did everything different colors. So we're gonna stick with one color for lover toy pups. I always tell John to go to make this rainbow, but I did the flowers rainbow, so I'm gonna do our name just in pink, because pink is like my favorite color. Yeah, I also love yellow and purple, but I absolutely love pink. Pink is like my favorite ever. I love it. Pink and black. This is cute. Pink and black. Pink and black. I'm going to do every second letter and see what happens. Because I don't really know, right? And I didn't use pink in the flowers, so yeah, markers is cool like this too when you blend them in. See how it kind of changed that? Because I'm letting it touch the black and then go back into the pink. So it smudges, but it looks good. It It looks nice. I like it. I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. Yeah, I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own hand. Yeah, I can love me better than you can. Guys, like the video. Double tap. Actually, you can't. You have to push. You have to smash the thumbs up underneath. You have to smash the thumbs up underneath. Yeah, and then it'll work to like the video. I notice people don't really like the videos. A lot of people, and YouTube needs you to like the videos, guys. Yeah. We need you to like the videos, my Pookie Nookies. I think I'll make it all pink, you know what I mean? I'll do it all pink so it looks like one unified Lover Toy Pops 4, and then I love that I did that. Maybe one night I'll write everybody's name. I'll see how many names I can remember off by heart. But instead of looking at the wall, I'll see how many, I'll challenge myself. Because I've been writing names down for a while. So I'm going to challenge myself to see how many names can I remember off the top of my head. Like I know there's Redford, WCQ, underscore WCQ. Like I remember the underscores and everything. There's Mia underscore on pause. Mia underscore on underscore pause with 3 Z's. There's Jake Jackson, Lover Toy Pops 4, CEO. Selma Kind Girl, Lover Toy Pops CEO. Sunglehan 511, Golden Retriever Lover 45, Isabella Sutton, John the Goat, Daredevil 77. I'm good. I didn't look at the wall once. I'm good. I'm gonna color these guys in with some markers. Let me switch up some pencil crayons. Let me see. Let me grab some colors here. Let me grab, oops. Oh, I lost one. Let's do the blue. I can buy myself flowers. I like them when they're open like this, but they kind of look cool when they're colored in too. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. Say things you don't understand. Yeah, I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own hand. Yeah, I can love me better than you can. Oh, I can love me better than you can. What do you guys think? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Yeah, I was telling you guys. You make me happy. How much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You make me happy, so very happy. And when you smile, you make me smile. That just made me think of Joshua. The amazing, energetic Joshua. That's why I laughed. It just made me think of the amazing, energetic Joshua. They love that song. So does a lot of people love that song. We love it too. It's got such a special place in our heart. That song. It just made us smile. I love it. Yeah, we were scrolling on YouTube and then we realized we would have done a live if we could have done a live. But I'm glad that we can't do a live. Lives are good for a lot of things. They're great for interacting with your subscribers. That's what they're for. They're not for anything else. Yeah. Like, if they're not, YouTube's not asking, it's asking for some content, but it's literally to interact with your subscribers. It's the only place on YouTube you get to have that intimate kind of conversation happening live, right? It's happening live. It's like they're talking to you, you're talking to them. It's the only place on YouTube where that gets to happen. And a lot of people take advantage of it. They're like, do you really think I'm coming on there to just sit and stare at like a silent stream? It's boring as boring gets. You know what I mean? Do you really think I'm coming on YouTube to watch someone snap and have no table manners? They don't even know how to use a knife and fork. They use a fork to rip apart their meats and then they savagely eat it like a scavenger. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I am scrolling through YouTube and you know a lot of people do mukbangs. What do you guys think about mukbang? What's your feedback on mukbang? I'd like to know. I'd like to know your feedback on mukbang. Real life, it's my biggest pet peeve watching someone chomp away like a scavenger. It's so disgusting to hear someone eating like that. I can't handle it. It drives me heebie-jeebies. I get the heebie-jeebies, guys, when I hear someone chomping and then they choose to talk to you while the food is in their mouth. They choose to... That's when they choose to talk to you. Like, did your mom not teach you manners? Don't talk with your mouth open, honey. Don't talk with your mouth open when you have food in there. It looks gross. It looks very gross. It's very disgusting. Don't do it. And that's why there's so much negativity. Because you're asking for it. YouTube's been such a place where you see so much. A lot of people put it out there. Once you put it on YouTube, it's open for discussion. Once you start doing things like that on YouTube, having no manners and stuff like that, when you're not educated, when you're not an educated person, it shows. It shows. I don't understand why, for some people, they can't understand. YouTube is not a platform where we need to see your bad behaviors. YouTube is a platform for you to help others, for you to teach. It's supposed to be informative. You're supposed to be teaching us something at all times. At all times. This is your platform. You're a content creator. Use your platform wisely. Like, I don't get what you're teaching us when we come and sit and watch. Nothing. Where is the content? Where is the content? What are we supposed to be learning? What are we supposed to be watching and learning? It's very selfish if you think about it. A lot of people do it to get hours. And that's great. You're gonna get the hours, but guess what? Every year YouTube expects 4,000 hours from you. Every single year, YouTube expects you to come up with 4,000 hours. It's not just because you got the 4,000 hours, you're like, oh, I can just cruise. There's no cruising on YouTube. You're supposed to be content creating all the time. It's a platform to content create. So, like, what's your content? Even if you have a content, what's your message? Do you have a message? What's your message? A lot of people don't have a message, and they wonder why their channels aren't growing. They wonder why their channels aren't growing. It's because you don't have any content. Where is your content? What are you? What is it? If you're gonna cook food, think about people's health. Think about people's health. You're not even thinking about your own health. When you're not thinking about what you're putting out on YouTube, hello, you're gonna go nowhere fast. You always have to have a message. My message today is, don't let others bring you down. Don't let others bring you down. I know I'm ranting and raving, but you know what? This is what I have to do. This is what I have to do because I'm on a path. And I need to do this. This is very therapeutic for me. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not being mean. I have to speak my truth. It's what I feel inside and it needs to come out before I can feel better. I didn't do anything to anyone. I was basically living my merry old life. I heard that a lot in my life growing up. What I heard was, people treat you this way because they're jealous. I mean, I don't even want to say that because I don't understand it. And even today I was talking to one of my really good friends. And we were talking about it. I said, before it was because I thought they could see me, People judge me on my appearance. My entire life, I always been judged on my appearance. And for once, I was okay with being behind the camera and letting my personality speak for itself. But now I feel like my personality is getting attacked. I'm not allowed to be me. I know this isn't a live and I can take it off if I wanted, but I have to live my truth. And I have to be honest about how I feel. Because I didn't do anything to anyone to deserve this. And my glasses. This is what I do. But I feel like I'm getting this a lot. I can't be real. Like, who's that nice all the time? She's fake. I'm not fake. This is who I am. And I worked so hard on my channel for so long. And I didn't deserve this. But I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'm allowed to have my feelings. I'm allowed to be hurt. And it doesn't mean that I'm weak. My tears doesn't mean that I'm weak, guys. This just means I'm letting my feelings out. And if I didn't let it out now, I would have kept it in. And I would have carried it with me tomorrow. I would have carried it with me tomorrow. I'm going to use crayon for this one. But when you allow yourself to feel and be honest with yourself about what you're feeling, that means you're managing your emotions. You're managing your emotions, you're learning, you're talking through what's bothering you, and then it gets better from there. And as I'm doing this, I'm inspiring myself. As I'm crying, I'm also inspiring myself. Yeah, because I can do anything I put my mind to. I needed to do this, you know. I just didn't want no one else to decide for me. I wanted to decide for myself. I wanted to decide for myself, and I didn't get that chance. So that's the part where I'm not crying because someone hurt my feelings. I'm crying because when you lose control, then you don't have any control over something anymore. You may feel this way, you know? And when you don't know how to manage your emotions, it could take you a really long time to feel better. But we're learning how to manage our emotions. You know, no one ever teaches us how to manage our emotions. They'll just say, stop crying, stop crying. You don't need to cry for everything. Stop crying. Or, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. Just stop. But hey, what if somebody says cry? It's okay to cry. Cry, feel better. Cry, when you're finished crying, it's gonna feel better. Just cry it out. What if somebody just said that to you? Do you think it would make a difference? If somebody said, just cry if you want to cry. Nothing wrong with crying. I heard somebody tell someone yesterday that the person said they were crying, and someone said, oh my God, are you sure? Like, are you, if you're a kid, you're not allowed to be on here. As if, like, only if you're a kid, you can cry. Like, if that person, they were basically saying to the person that because they were crying, they had to be a kid. And the person said, no, I'm 16. And they said, whoa, like, get over it. You know, like, if you're a kid, you're not supposed to be on my channel, first of all. And second of all, like, what are you doing crying? Like, actually, reprimanding a person for having an emotion and a feeling. Look how gorgeous these ones look, though, right? I heard someone reprimanding someone because they said they were crying. Their feelings were hurt and they were crying. And then a grown-up said to them that they had to be a kid if they were crying. They had to be a kid. I mean, that's what I heard. Hey, if someone shows emotion, they must be a kid. Like, it's a sign of weakness or something. Right? like it's a sign of weakness, and it's very sad because this person has a child, and I feel so bad. Like, what happens when that person cries? Like, are they told to stop crying? No one should ever tell you to stop crying. If you feel like crying, you should cry. That's knowing how to manage your emotions. Your body tells you. Your body tells you, I can't handle this. I need to get it out of my system, and it starts to work where it's letting it out. And listen, when you fight that feeling, that's when you're not going to feel good. You didn't purge that bad emotion. You kept it in. You didn't purge it. You didn't allow your body to purge it. You just kept it in. And it really makes me so upset when I hear someone reprimand another person for having an emotion. Right? I'm like, what? But guys, that's what inspires me to still come on here and do this video and do these videos. I can wait. I can be patient. And listen, I'm not that person. I have a message. I have a message. Every day I have a message. Every single day I'm going to have a message for you. Listen, my message is, don't let anyone tell you who you can be. And don't let anyone make you feel bad because you have an emotion. I'm proud of you for having an emotion. You're not a weak person. Listen, I'm not weak because I'm crying. Don't get it twisted. I'm not weak because I'm crying and I have feelings and I'm sharing with you guys. You better consider yourself lucky that I'm sharing my healing process with you. Yeah. Somebody did something bad to me. I'm allowed to feel. I don't have to keep it a secret and not talk about it. Somebody did something to me, and a bully. I worked so hard on my channel. It was a healing. This is to heal the grief, my grief, the loss of my puppy. This is my tool that I use to grieve. This is my support system. And no one has the right. So guess what you did? You just lit a fire under my butt. And if you think I'm going to stay quiet, I told you guys, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Handle your daughter with autism. That's what you should do. Handle your situation. Don't handle my situation. Handle your own situation. Your situation needs handling. So handle your situation. Your situation needs handling. Right? There's somewhere and someone that needs your attention. Give it. Give your attention. Don't give it to me. Stay away from me. Because then I just get louder and louder. I'm trying so hard to just stay in my lane. I'm in my lane. Somebody just keeps swerving over here. Keep on swerving over here. And it's not fun. It's not fun. But guess what? I'm not a weak person, and I'm not going to be bullied any longer. I'm not going to have someone bully on me any longer. It's not going to happen. Look how gorgeous this looks, guys. Look how pretty. That was my emotions on paper. It looks exactly like that. There's moments where I am feeling like this flower, feeling really together, and I'm feeling really special. And then there's moments I'm feeling like this. I'm going in every direction. Confused. This is what confusion looks like. It's gorgeous, but these are so pretty, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to be like in my, I'm trying to spell tea, right? But check this out. Check this out. I did a good job. This was my emotions on steroids. Yeah, Lovely Pops is the heading. And then all the gorgeous flowers at the bottom. Oh my god, this was so healing. I'm not gonna lie. You guys can judge me if you want to. Whoever's listening to this, whoever listened from the beginning to the end, I went from A to Z and then from Z to B to D to Z to G. I was all over the place. But that's how I manage my emotions. Everyone manages their emotions differently, and if you don't know what managing emotions is, it's like, let's say you're feeling sad about something. What do you do to manage that sadness, right? And when you don't have the tools to manage those emotions, you're gonna like just explode, right? We realized that when we lost our puppy's mommy. Look, somebody's awake. When we lost these guys' mom, my testimony is, like, I cried for 3 weeks, loud. I didn't understand what was happening with my body. It just needed to come out in loudness, like screaming loudness. Like, I couldn't cry just regular cry, quiet cry. I had to cry a loud cry, a screaming cry, because I loved her so much and I just wanted her to come back. So I cried a loud cry because that's how much I was hurting. I couldn't cry a quiet cry because it wasn't making me feel better. But when I cried a loud cry, it made me feel good. But I cried a loud cry for 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, this channel came about. God put this channel in my fingers. I created a channel, and if you guys know me, I never created any one of my other social media apps. Someone created them for me. And I just was a creator. I've always been a creator in my life, creating things. See, there I go from E to G to V to V, W, X, Y, and Z. Talking about myself again. I've always been a creator, but I was always a creator in front of the camera. This time I'm a creator behind the camera. And I'm like loving it. I'm loving it. I miss my lives, but I wouldn't have been able to create this because my inspiration level wasn't there. My inspiration level, even though this is where I was at. Writing names and just this is brand new to me. I've never drawn like this in my life. Actually, art was one of my hardest classes. But because I started opening up to my emotions, these are my emotions on paper. That's my emotion on paper. I've been very happy. Look at that, right? That's you guys have inspired me to be creative. You guys have inspired me to be creative. Look at what Salma's inspired me to do. This is all Salma right here. And Foxy. And Sangohan. Right? This is all you guys. You guys love me so much. I appreciate you. This is from Marie. Marie, we love you too, honey. What was your favorite part of today? What was your favorite part? I know I went from A to Z to Z. I was talking about my channel and about what somebody did to me and about eating and smacking and autism and handle your business, stay in your lane, all that stuff. Listen. That's what was on my brain tonight. I'm still trying to understand what's happening. I'm still trying to process. And it's going to take time. In 1 minute, I'm going to be feeling very good. Like, I woke up today feeling amazing. I was like, whoa, I learned how to forgive. I'm learning how to forgive. And then I go back to being angry. And then I go back to being kind. Again, not that I wasn't kind. I was always kind. I just don't like having bad thoughts, you know? I don't like having bad thoughts because bad thoughts, it's like being in a negative space. I have negative thoughts all the time. I'm always, when you have depression, it's just your brain giving you negative thoughts all the time, and you're constantly reversing it. That's what I do. I'm constantly telling myself, no, you're not like that. No, you're like that. No, I'm like, you're your worst enemy, right? Nothing anybody else can say to you will, it's not what anybody else is doing that's really bothering me. It's that I'm allowing outside noise to bother me, which I don't normally do, but I'm allowing it. That's where I'm like, that's where I'm, all this emotions, right? All this emotions, which you might think is directed maybe elsewhere. Guess what? It's directed right back at me. I'm upset with me. I'm upset with me because I'm allowing myself to feel these feelings, and they're not feelings that I should be feeling. I like to be a happy person. I like doing this. I like spending time and talking and making people feel. I've always had a position in life of building others up. That's why it's easy for me. It's not a hard thing for me to build others up. It's a very easy thing because I've always been like that. My career was based on building others up, making others feel good about themselves. It's the only thing I'm really good at, making others feel good about themselves. I'm really, really good at that. Because I give out what I want to get back. Right? I want to feel good about myself too. So I give out what I want to get back. But it doesn't mean that I can't still give it even if I'm not getting it back. Right? Selma Kind Girl has taught me that as well. It doesn't mean you can't give it just because you're not getting it back. And just a yogi doing burpees in this basement has taught me that too. What happens when you give love? What happens when you're good to other people? Guess what? You feel good about yourself. It makes you feel good when you do good things for others, right? So it's like a circle. When you do good things for others, it's gonna make you feel good about yourself. So all the real thing that all you gotta do is just be good to others. And if you're good to others, you're gonna feel good about yourself, right? So that's where we're gonna end it with tonight. We're just gonna be like, okay, we're over it. That was a lot of ranting and raving. But we're feeling better now. I told you guys what my pet peeve was. People eating and smacking. You know, I've seen someone who said they can't eat in public, right? They said they can't eat in public because, like, they need space and then people are watching them and staring at them. But yet they go on YouTube and smack in front of however many people. It's like having no table manners in front of the world. Like, don't you... Is that content? It's just a question. It's just like a serious question. Would you guys consider that content if someone's eating in front of you, like mukbangs? What are your opinions on mukbangs? Is it just me, or is it like gross? I've seen quite a few people doing it, and I find it very gross. I don't understand why. I mean, it's okay to eat in front of others, but does that mean that you forget your table manners? I don't get it. Anywho, enough about people smacking. I'm gonna eat a cookie just to prove a point, okay? Here's my cookie. It looks very delicious, doesn't it? Look at it. Guys, these ones aren't hard as a rock. These are... I mean, eat like a lady. You're a lady. Eat like a lady. Don't eat like a man. I've never seen men eat like that either. I follow a guy that does mukbang. And do you know every time he eats, he puts a napkin in front of his mouth? Because, yeah, it's gross. I don't need to see all that going on in there. Right? He puts a napkin and he puts his hand in front of his mouth because he's eating and he knows others. Like you feel like you're by yourself, right? Because no one's there with you. But guess what? We're all staring at you. In that little device that's in front of you, there's a million eyes staring back at you. And we're all judging, saying, what's happening here? How come you're smacking so loud? Like, who eats like I just ate a cookie. Did you guys hear me? I'm gonna take another bite. I mean, this is my mukbang, okay? I'm eating like a lady. Listen. I'm eating like a lady, very demure, very classy, very ladylike. I'm gonna use a knife and fork because guess what? Very demure, very ladylike, very mannerism. Like looks like you have manners. Use a fork. Use a knife and fork. We don't take our plastic fork and rip the chicken apart. For a chicken breast, you need to use a knife and fork. That's how normal people eat with manners. When they have a big chunk of meat in front of them, they take a knife and fork and they cut it and they eat it. And if they have a big meatball, they cut it in half. Most women would not shove the whole meatball in at the same time. I've never seen that. Like, you must have been really hungry to put a whole meatball in your mouth at the same time. I'm like, hello, take a break. Cut the meatball in half. Don't put how do you... And then while the meatball is in the mouth, I mean, it's a whole giant meatball. While the meatball is at the side, like you could see the bump of the circle, the person's talking. I'm like, oh my God. Like, are you a savage or are you a person? Like, have some manners. I don't need to see all of that. Listen, I'm going to read you guys something. That's me talking too much schmack about other people. I don't mean to do that, but it makes me feel good. Because it was funny. It's funny and it's just YouTube. Listen, it's on YouTube. Now it's open for my opinion. Once it goes on YouTube, it's open for my opinion. I don't like it. I just find it really gross. You guys let me know. Christmas, we're going to give you a little bit about what is Christmas. Because Christmas is coming up, right guys? We're going to tell you what Christmas is, what we think Christmas is. And then I'm going to read you a bedtime story. And then we're going to call it a night. What do you guys think? Okay. Christmas is giving. God's gift to us, His Son Jesus Christ, inspires us to give to others. So if you guys want to do a super thanks, that would be nice. Christmas is God's gift to us. His Son Jesus Christ inspires us to give to others. Christmas is music. What would Christmas be without all those wonderful songs that remind us of His birth and life. Like, let me think of one. Like, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Christmas is cookies. Here is where the recipes come in. Christmas just isn't Christmas without a plate full of yummy cookies. Would you guys agree? Christmas is tradition. It's the mistletoe. It's Christmas cards. It's lights on the tree. It's gifts in the stockings. It's lightly and brightly wrapped packages. Yes. Christmas is children. Children. Some people don't even like children. Oh my gosh. The wonder and mystery of Christmas is never lost on children. During this joyous seasons, approach Christmas with a childlike heart. Be kind to the kids, guys. Approach Christmas with a childlike heart. Christmas is about love. God so loved the world that he gave, and that love grows in our hearts and should overflow to others, especially during the Christmas season. Christmas is hope. Christmas is the birthday of hope. And whoever doesn't celebrate birthdays, that's so sad. It's a day you were born. It needs to be celebrated because God gave us the gift of you. Christmas is peace. Peace on earth. Goodwill to men. The angels announced at Jesus' birth. He's the one true source for peace on earth. Christmas is joy. Joy to the world, the Lord is here. Let us rejoice, his sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. I don't know that one, guys. And the last one is Christmas is Jesus. After all, he is the reason for the season. Have a blessed Christmas, guys. Happy holidays. That was our Christmas is. We're going to read that every night until Christmas. Yeah, we're going to read it every night until Christmas. I thought I'd read you guys a story, a bedtime story. Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia would be a great ASMR. Which one do you guys want to read? There's Amelia Bedelia Makes a Friend. Amelia Bedelia Sleeps Over. Let me pick one. I love Amelia Bedelia's stories. She's so cute. Amelia Bedelia is a cutie patootie. I'm going to do this one. Amelia Bedelia on the Move. Amelia Bedelia loved to ride around town in the car with her parents. It was fun to wonder what was inside other people's houses. Guess what, guys? I do that as well. I like to wonder, where are they going? What are they doing? I wonder what they're going, what they're doing. Where are we going today? Asked Amelia Bedelia. We are house hunting, said Amelia Bedelia's father. Amelia Bedelia looked out her window. The houses are not hiding, she said. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Hunting for houses is easy. Do you think that's what she was talking about? Do you think that's what Dad meant? That they were going to be like hunting for houses? We are looking for houses that are for sale, honey, says Amelia Bedelia's mother. Look at that pretty 2-door house. Ooh, that's a nice one, actually. Our house has 2 doors, said Amelia Bedelia. Wait a minute, said her father. Don't we we have a front door, a back door, and a garage door? That's right, said Amelia Bedelia. We live in a 3-door house. A 2-door house looks like an English home in the Middle Ages. It doesn't mean it has 2 doors, Amelia Bedelia. That's what Amelia Bedelia's mother explained to her. 2-door style homes are easy to spot, girl. Did you know that there are many kings and queens in the Tudor family? Asked her father. King Henry was a famous Tudor king, her mother added. You know who would know about this stuff? Emperor Empire. He knows a lot about like palaces and 2-doors houses and stuff like that. Let's look for a colonial house, said Amelia Bedelia's father. Colonial homes have been popular since the American Revolution, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. How many colonies were there in 1976? Asked Amelia Bedelia's father. 13, shouted Amelia Bedelia from the back seat. My God, I wonder how she knows. This is what a colonial house looks like, guys. Hey, look, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. That ranch is having an open house. Let's go in, said her father. Hooray, said Amelia Bedelia. I love horses. Amelia Bedelia's like funny. She's so funny. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys, and subscribe. During the holidays, Amelia Bedelia's parents always had an open house party. Friends and neighbors were free to stop by any time. It didn't look as though there was a party at the ranch, though. The house was quiet. Are we the first ones? Asked Amelia Bedelia. The front door swung wide open. Welcome home, said a smiling woman with a name tag that read Jill. Oh, I don't live here, said Amelia Bedelia. I live at my house. We just came to look at your ranch, okay? Well, come in, says Jill. Check out Jill and Amelia Bedelia. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Jill gave Amelia Bedelia a piece of paper. Here are some facts about the house. That's the facts right there, guys. She said, but I'm not the owner. I'm an agent. Amelia Bedelia whispered in her mother's ears. Her mother smiled and said, no, sweetie. Jill is not a spy. Not all agents are secret agents. Jill? She's a real estate agent, honey. Not a spy. Let me show you around, said Jill. What are you looking for? Well, we're running out of room, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. We need about 600 more square feet, said her father. At least. Amelia Bedelia knew her father had 2 flat feet. Why did he want so many square ones? Oh my God, let's go upstairs, said Amelia Bedelia. I want to pick out my bedroom. A ranch-style house does not have an upstairs, said her father. A ranch house is built like a house on a ranch, like out on the west. Oh, where do we sleep, said Amelia Bedelia, like on the floor, said her mother. Amelia Bedelia stretched out on the floor and imagined sleeping there. This house has hardwood floors, said Jill. It sure does, said Amelia Bedelia. This floor is like really hard. Amelia Bedelia had an idea. While her parents toured the house, she would hunt for the horses. Horses were the best thing about a ranch. Where's the backyard? Asked Amelia Bedelia. Jill, go through the mudroom, pointing to the door, and then you'll see it, said Jill. There wasn't any mud in the mudroom, just places to store coats and boots. Like, what was Jill talking about? Amelia Bedelia opened the back door. She could see the 2-door and the colonial. She could see 2 dogs and a garden. Like, where are the horses hiding? Oh my gosh, she doesn't understand. It's just a spy with dynamite. Come, take a look downstairs, said Jill. When Amelia Bedelia returned to the living room, this house has a full basement. Our basement was full once, said Amelia Bedelia. It's flooded with a pipe when a pipe broke. This basement is finished, said Jill. So was ours, said Amelia Bedelia. There was a huge rec room, said Jill. Our whole basement was wrecked, said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia is getting mixed up with the words, right? Everyone uses words differently. We never know. They're both talking about the same thing. Amelia Bedelia's just confused, right? Amelia Bedelia's parents came downstairs. Here we are, said Amelia Bedelia's father. What a great recreation room, said Amelia Bedelia's mother. Lots of space for fun and games, says Amelia Bedelia. After Amelia Bedelia and Jill played a game of ping pong, Jill walked Amelia Bedelia and her parents to the front door. Thanks for stopping by, she said. Now that I know what you want, I will keep my ear to the ground. Amelia Bedelia's gonna have fun with that one. Amelia Bedelia's stomach growled. Jill must have heard it. I mean, her father did. Lunchtime, said Amelia Bedelia's father. I'm so hungry I can eat a horse. Then let's go, said Amelia Bedelia. You will not find a horse at the ranch house. The end. That was a good story. Maybe tomorrow we'll read Amelia Bedelia Takes a Break. I love you guys. We read Amelia Bedelia's story. We did some artwork. We spilled some tea. I vented. I was a little bit of a meanie for a little bit. I take it all back. I'm sorry. I apologize. I hope you guys have a palmazing,